You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I wanted to talk about this. I mean, I don't know that 14 people will watch this video, but for whatever reason, people are pretty fired up about it. And I got to tell you, I'm a massive Tom Brady fan, and a lot of people realize that if you've watched Black and White Sports over the last 6 years. Not this channel, but the big one, and then Black and White Sports too. And I've talked a lot of Raiders ball. But something happened last night during the Monday Night Football telecast, and it was very eye-opening. Because prior to the season, NFL owners, the franchises, had decided they'd come to an agreement that they were just fine with Tom Brady sitting down with all the teams and talking shop as he got ready for Fox Sports games, right? By the way, Brady's been a lot better this year. Don't look now. Brady's getting good in the booth. But he's been a lot better, and he's, of course, maybe some of that is the fact that he's sitting down and getting to talk shop to prepare for these games. And, of course, he's a minority owner of the Raiders. Now, he tried to tell everybody he wasn't very involved in the quarterback picking process when asked about Shadur Sanders. Remember, all of a sudden, Tom Brady sounded like Porky Pig. I didn't look at it. I wasn't involved in it. Except we realized and we knew you were involved in all of it. And now, on Monday Night Football, in front of everybody, we see exactly how damn much you really are involved. And it's got to lead you to believe. And I thought, everybody calling this a conflict of interest, it's going to be no big deal. I got to be honest. It looks bad. It does look bad. He is in the booth during this game with the Raiders. All right. He's up here with the personnel, the guys in a suit. I mean, my hat's off for you going Tom Landry. I'm impressed by that. All right. I'm here in Texas. Tom Landry was the GOAT. All right. In Texas, he was the GOAT. But here he is up here, actively involved. And then James Palmer tweeted this out. Tom Brady meets with Chip Kelly 2 to 3 times a week to go over film and go through the game plan. He's running the Raiders franchise. Let's just be honest. This is something that sometimes, usually the coaches do this, and maybe a really, 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 really involved owner. Here you are, right here. And every weekend, Brady is calling a game for Fox, gathering as much information as possible from players, coaches, from both teams to be his best in the broadcast booth. Got it. Okay, officially, folks, here it is right here. Yeah, he's all up in this. He's all up involved. It's officially a conflict of interest. It looks bad. Now the optics are officially bad. Now that we realize exactly how involved, Burt Breer. I'd say Tom Brady is kind of involved. Yeah. And now everybody has seen exactly how involved. I mean, honestly, of course, a lot of people were pointing out that the Raiders got beat last night in Las Vegas. If I'm the Cowboys or Bears, the game he's broadcasting for week 3, I'm not letting him in any of the meetings where strategy or game planning is discussed. Yeah, because, look, the Raiders, I believe, play the Bears here pretty soon. I think that's a thing. Raiders schedule. Let's just look. The Bears. Not this next weekend, the very following weekend. The Bears and the Raiders. So he's going to be involved with sitting down with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's going to love that shit. You know he's going to love that shit. He's already piss hot mad over Caleb Williams looking like hot garbage. He's not going to be happy. I mean, there's got to be a rule this breaks somewhere. I do like this. Nothing says I'm not fucking around like wearing a suit in a booth. Agreed. Now, here's a guy that looks involved. Someone hide this from the commissioner. Tom Brady broadcasting owning the Raiders is a conflict of interest, point blank, period. This is very unethical, yet entirely on brand for NFL C suit types. I mean, it's pretty interesting, but here's the thing. Is this really on Brady if the owners don't care? I mean, if the owners don't give a shit, why should anybody? I mean, maybe the fans are going to get worked up, but if at the end of the day, if they don't give a shit, then what can anybody do? Now, here's the thing. If Jerry Jones was to walk in 1 week prior, okay, to insert two teams and the Cowboys play one of them the following week, if Jerry Jones comes sauntering in and sit down, hey, what are y'all doing this week? What's your game plan look like? This guy right here's got some upside potential, I believe. Y'all gonna be okay with that? Because it's no different, by the way. It's no different than Jerry Jones sauntering his old well-hidden ass, glory hole and all, walking in and sitting down with a couple of teams the Cowboys got coming up. Now that I've put it like that, yeah. John Middlecoff, one of my favorites, John Middlecoff, going ape.
Looking up and seeing Tom Brady, who is calling these games for Fox, I think it was pretty bad optics. From the simple standpoint of the teams in your division gotta be like, no fucking way. You're telling me this guy is gonna get to go into different locker rooms and teams, which we know he's doing, but then also when he can be sitting in the coaching box, I think that's a pretty bad idea. This guy owns the team, but he's not your typical owner. This isn't one of the Ursay daughters down there taking notes where she has no clue what's going on. That was kind of a double middle fingers to the teams in your division.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the Ursay girl. She's down there on the side. I think that shit looks ridiculous, but nonetheless, somebody bust out with a Spider 3Y banana. She's like, the spider's in the what? Whereas Brady's like, oh, I know what that is. I know that play. And it would be different if Brady was on the sideline, down on the sideline, in the suit, 4 steps back from the coach, not really knowing what, just watching the game. But he wasn't. He was in the coaching booth. That's him being in the coach's box. I think that changes a lot. Now, if he was down there right next to an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, yeah, that would be a problem too, or the head coach. But, if he was on the field, 7 yards away from everybody in his suit watching the game, okay. But he's in the coaching box. So he's obviously involved. And I heard something today on New England radio, and I thought to myself, surely it can't be right because I just don't see Brady actually doing this during a game. But supposedly, and you got to take it with a grain of salt with New England radio because they got sort of like this love-hate relationship with the GOAT, which I don't get because he made people care about your area for how many years? But anyway, the point being, supposedly, he literally, while Patrick Graham was getting his ass kicked, who's a good defensive coordinator for the Raiders, but while the team was getting his ass kicked, he sent Graham a message supposedly on the phone that said, quote, clean this shit up. Now, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I heard that today and went, what? I got my second TV mounted up here, and I play the live stream of WEEI out of Boston. And I looked up at the screen like, what? He did what? Wow. Clean this shit up. Hey, that's pretty hardcore. I actually like that. But anyway, talk about owners putting their grubby little fingers in something. But in fairness, at least it's the GOAT and it's not some, miscellaneous, oil tycoon looking at you, Jerry, sticking your fingers in everything and then fucking it up and trading Micah Parsons. Tell me what you think. I had to make this video and talk about this because I was like, okay, I didn't really. I was like, yeah, it ain't that big a deal, blah, blah, blah. No, it's kind of a big deal now when you're actually in the coach's box. Yeah, it's officially a conflict of interest between you broadcasting, calling games, getting all this access to two teams, and then the following week you play one of them. That's a bad look. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.